Good afternoon to all. Welcome back to English literature class. Last week we have discussed the unit test part. 3 scenes, Act 3, Scene 2, Scene 3 and Scene 4. There we have discussed the crucial part of the drama. Bassanio has chosen the right casket. Portia helped him to choose the right casket. After choosing the right casket, both Portia and Bassanio were highly excited. At the same time, both their servants and assistants, including Gratiano and Erasmus, were excited and ready to enjoy their happiness. At the same time, Portia told that she does not have maximum qualities as other people say. Compared to Bassanio's qualities and nature, she feels that she is nothing. It shows that her character, her readiness to respect her husband Bassanio. At the same time, Bassanio also shows his real character as a humble and sincere person. He says that he is not a rich man. He shows himself as a rich man only with the help of his close friend Antonio. Antonio has borrowed a huge amount from his enemy to help Bassanio. Now Antonio is in a very critical situation. So Bassanio asked Portia's permission to go back to Venice from Belmont to help Antonio. Portia understood the real reason and she gave the permission to go back to Venice. At the same time, she says that Bassanio has to bring Antonio to Belmont and with the presence of Antonio, the further marriage celebrations reception will be conducted. These are the major incident happened, the completed part. Now we are going to Act 3, Scene 5. Act 3, Scene 5 is also in Belmont, a garden, under Launcelot and Jessica. Launcelot and Jessica were known to each other because Launcelot was the servant of Shylock earlier. That means he was the servant of Jessica. But Jessica ran away with Lorenzo and left Venice. Almost the same time, Launcelot left his master's service, means under Shylock he was not ready to do his service, so he left the place and he joined under Bassanio as a servant. Bassanio accepted him and gave him many duties. After some days, Bassanio was able to come to Belmont to marry Portia. As a servant, Launcelot also accompanied him and reached Belmont. Bassanio was able to marry Portia and all the marriage process completed. Then Portia gave permission to Bassanio to go back to Venice to help Antonio. But the servant Launcelot was left there in Belmont. Till that time, Jessica and Lorenzo came from Genova in search of a peaceful life. Both were received by Bassanio and Portia very gladly, and they started staying there. When they stayed there, Portia made a plan to go to Venice to help Bassanio to release Antonio from the legal trouble. When she was making the plan, she handed over her own responsibility to Lorenzo and Jessica. Means Lorenzo and Jessica will take care of Bassanio's properties. Means earlier Portia's property, wealth, servants, and her beautiful house, eggs, and everything came under Lorenzo and Jessica, and they have to take care of it. Naturally, one of the servants was Launcelot, so Launcelot also came under Jessica's instructions, and the same earlier position happened again. Means Launcelot was the servant of Jessica earlier, now again Launcelot becomes the servant of Jessica. As they knew each other, they have a very good relationship. Launcelot having the habit of making fun of Jessica, and Jessica enjoyed it. Here also, Launcelot tried to do the same. Launcelot, yes, truly, for look you, the sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. That has to two-line, underline, and write there reference from Bible. According to Bible, especially the first part of Bible, the Old Testament, it says that if a serious crime is done, if a serious sin is done by a person, will be responsible for his sin, not only he himself, his next generation, means his children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, like that 7 generations will be responsible for the crime. Means parents' wrong deeds and the responsibilities will be handed over to the next generations. If the same if the same rule God follows, Jessica will not be allowed to enter into the heaven, because she is also considered as a sinner, because her father Shylock is a sinner. Her father's sin, the responsibility of her father's sin will come upon Jessica, and Jessica will not be able to reach heaven. If she is not able to reach heaven, after her death, she will reach hell. So that means she should be mentally prepared to go to hell. That was Launcelot insult and made fun of Jessica. Again he says, I promise you, I fear you. I was always playing with you, and so now I speak my agitation of the matter. Therefore, be of good cheer, for truly I think you are damned. According to the first part of the Bible, Jessica will not have any respect in heaven. She should be ready to go to Belmont, ready to go to hell, because she may not have any respect or any reward from heaven. Like that, Launcelot insulted her very seriously. Jessica replies that I shall be saved by my husband. He hath made me a Christian.